Welcome to the Bandano Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. The last time we heard Sophie Cunningham speak about Napheesa Colliers during her exit interview regarding what Cathy Engelbert allegedly said behind closed doors, Caitlin Clark and her $16 million deals, or $60 million worth of deals, is only because of the WNBA and the platform it provides. Cathy Engelbert saying the players need to get on their knees and thank their lucky stars she was able to get them the TV deal that she got them. Meanwhile, the reality is Adam Silver just gifted them a TV deal. But we're not going to get into that today. The last time Sophie spoke on this was during the WNBA exit interviews. On the WNBA's time. Now, Sophie Cunningham is on her own time. And if we know one thing about Sophie Cunningham, when she's on her own time, when she's on that podcast, she's going to speak her mind, even more so than she usually does. Just look at all the fines she's racked up this season with 35 seconds worth of going after the referees, calling it for what it is. I'm not even going to say going after the referees, just calling it for what it is, calling the officiating for what it is. Sophie Cunningham tells Cathy to go pack it up, go on an extended vacation, go to Cabo, maybe drink a Mai Tai on the beach, maybe have a beer. They bring up Cathy Engelbert's inability to promote stars like Caitlin Clark, the resistance from promoting stars like Caitlin Clark. And when it comes to this year's WNBA Finals, Sophie Cunningham seems to be on the same page as many of us. I don't care. I'm not going to watch. I don't care who wins. And to be honest, the WNBA is toxic. Sophie, I couldn't agree more. Let's get in to Sophie Cunningham speaking about Cathy Engelbert.
Administration in the WNBA. I have no idea.
Like
but
if it, and I have every right to believe, I don't think Napheesa would be saying that, but if it's true of what she said that Caitlin should be thanking her, go ahead and just go pack for Cabo, because you should not be sitting in that seat. Like, that is insane. And what I know, I said this earlier, but like when I say that they're not listening to us as players, they're not even engaging.
Well, that's a fucking perfect example.
Like, it's really not that hard. Like, I know that business can be tough, but doing the right thing by people and treating people with respect and giving people their flowers and working together, it's really not that hard. It's managing people. It's managing people. But like, they're just so worried about them, like the I, that this is why she should not be in the seat that she's sitting in.
It almost feels like the W got like so popular that like the foundation of it almost like couldn't keep up with its own product. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
This is a good point that this guy made over here. Wes, I believe his name is. This is almost like a person that matures up until the age 17, and then their maturity just stops. And when they're 19, they act like they were 17. When they were 20, they act like they're 17. When they're 25, they still act like a teenager. When they're 30, they still act like a teen. They just never got past that point of maturing. Second example, like you're at work. Somebody who maybe got promoted, really maybe in your eyes didn't need to get promoted, didn't deserve to get promoted, didn't earn the promotion. And now they're in a position of authority. Their label is a supervisor, but they still act like an associate. Their label is a manager, but they still act like a supervisor. They never elevated with their title. They never elevated with the additional responsibility placed before them. Their growth stayed stunted growth, and they just never got past that. Somebody that maybe went viral overnight, and they're still replaying the old hits, the old one clip that got them viral, and now they're all in all these interviews, and they never grew past that one moment in time. I think this is a good point. WNBA definitely didn't grow. They didn't grow up. They didn't evolve. They didn't get better. It's the same old, and they seemingly pushed back on the idea that they needed to grow and get better.
Caitlin, Angel,
I'm 1,000% with you.
Almost like they weren't ready, I guess.
No, but you know what? That's okay. And that's okay.
That's weird.
but it's fine to admit when you need help, right? And it's okay to understand when you're not cut out for something. Well, then bring people in who are. Like my thing is, you got to keep growing. You always need to keep growing, and with that, the league needs to keep growing. That doesn't mean that we have the same criteria and the same things we did from year one.
Set
of the
in their
W.
ways.
Like with this is a completely
No, and that requires admitting that you aren't where you need to be, or you aren't capable of keeping up with something and getting help. But it's, again, it seems like everything is so reactive, and like I've built all of this. Like, I don't need any fucking help. These players did none of this, and you'll like never ever go anywhere.
Yeah.
That fucking
No, I'm right
attitude.
there with you. And I think it's funny too, because I think we have the best athletes in the entire world, and we know what we deserve, and we won't be playing or doing anything until we get what we deserve. And I think a lot of people think we're just talking. Our union right now is as strong as it's ever been, and it's super exciting. So I'm ready for it.
We know what we deserve. We won't be playing or anything until we get what we deserve. And then we compile that with this.
And at the end of the day, she's worried about her. In all of her statements, it's all like, well, I got us here and I should. And CATHY, no one cares. Literally, no one cares. Like how you're sitting right there, that's how we feel every time she speaks. Every time she speaks, us as players, that's how we feel.
There's going to be a lockout. There's going to be a lockout. The players, let's be honest here, think more highly of themselves than they should. Let's be honest. When it comes to the growth, they think more highly of themselves than they should. CC is the reason. We all know. We all know Caitlin Clark's push of the WNBA. She literally got behind it, used all of her might, and pushed it forward. You look at the 2023 season, 2024, and this season, folks, they keep comparing everything to the 2023. Meanwhile, 2023 was coming off Caitlin Clark's junior year. What? If you weren't tuned in to Caitlin Clark by her junior year, you were tuning in during that run in her junior year. Going up against South Carolina in the Final Four and up against LSU in the you were tuning in that junior year. Subsequently, the 2023 season had a huge bump, 2023 over 2022. So even when we compare numbers to 2023, we are still comparing it to a Caitlin Clark-led effect. So I do say I'm not Team CATHY Engelbert. I'm Team Reality. And the players do think a little bit too highly of themselves in these negotiation rooms. But CATHY Engelbert, she fails to admit that Caitlin Clark came and boosted this thing as much as she's boosted it. CATHY Engelbert is in delusional land somewhere else. So even in negotiations, players are trying to, let's say they are trying to give credit to a Caitlin Clark. CATHY Engelbert, she's still saying, no, it's not because of Caitlin Clark. If what Nafisa Collier's comments said, it's not because of Caitlin Clark, it's because of me. It's because my 5-step plan, this, that, and the third. There's going to be a lockout, folks. There is going to be a lockout. In my opinion, the way to avoid lockout, a few things need to happen. 1, CATHY Engelbert needs to get removed. 2, Adam Silver needs to install somebody that says, Adam Silver says to this person, just acquiesce to their demands. Just acquiesce to their demands. The NBA and Adam Silver have to be looking at this negotiations and saying, it's not a good look if the WNBA folds. You need to acquiesce to their demands. Maybe the heat for CATHY right now is so strong. Maybe the heat for CATHY is so, all right, if you get rid of CATHY, then maybe we'll budge on these numbers a little bit, or we'll budge on those numbers a little bit. But based on all accounts, is we're gonna get what we deserve, and if we don't get it, we're not playing. Setting the stage for a lockout. Setting the stage for a lockout. Both sides need to meet in the middle. Both sides need to meet in the middle. It is what it is. Let's listen to this gentleman talk about the failure to promote its stars.
Why is he so afraid of Caitlin? Or like, why would you not embrace someone like that and just be so dismissive of. She said she's lucky. What was the quote? She told Nafisa, she said she's lucky. She wouldn't make all this money without the platform we give her, which is, first off, just not fucking true.
I know we're getting a little bit of revisionist history. I don't mean to pause this. Both sides need to come to the realization that Caitlin Clark is the reason why the league is in the position that it's in. I think the players need to come more this way, and I think the league needs to come more this way. And once they agree on that, real negotiations can be happening. There are a handful of players that are agreeing with that. There are a handful of players that are now suddenly coming out and saying that because it's convenient in the moment. But they need to swallow their pride, realize what it is. They got to meet Caitlin Clark here. The league needs to meet Caitlin Clark over here. And then real negotiations can happen. Let's continue.
Why she is so afraid of Caitlin? Or like, why would you not embrace someone like that and just be so dismissive of. She said she's lucky. What was the quote? She told Nafisa, she said she's lucky. She wouldn't make all this money without the platform we give her, which is, first off, just not fucking true. Didn't she sign a Nike deal and a TV deal before she left Iowa?
Dude,
like, what are we doing? The most successful leagues in the world we live in are the fucking NBA, MLB, NFL. Like, they embrace their fucking stars. It's like the kindergarten lesson for owning a fucking league. It's like, these are who people buy jerseys of and what networks want to fucking play your shit.
Absolutely. They did a terrible job of embracing their stars. Instead, they're going to promote Asia Wilson and Brianna Stewart and a bunch of unlikable people. It is what it is. Paige Beckers, I mean, it is what it is. Let's listen to Sophie Cunningham speak about who she's rooting for when it comes to the WNBA Finals.
I know who you're rooting for.
I don't know if I'm rooting for any of them.
Mercury?
Have you seen that sign going around?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't even know if I'm gonna watch. I'm over it. I need a break from the toxicity of the WNBA. It's been a drama-filled season for multiple reasons.
Dude, that might be some of the realest shit you've ever said.
I'm drained.
I get it. I know who you're rooting for.
I don't know if
the only person that cares less than us,
Mercury,
is Sophie Cunningham.
Have you seen that sign going around?
It's hysterical. It's hysterical. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I appreciate all of the support. What are your takes on Sophie's thoughts? What are your takes on West's thoughts? What are your takes on my thoughts? The players need to realize that it's more Caitlin than them. They do. They do. Players, I'm sorry. I get it. But you need to realize it's more Caitlin than you guys. And Cathy needs to realize it's more Caitlin than her. And once they meet in the middle here and they all come to the acceptance, right? The last stage is acceptance. First it's denial, then it's grief, and then it's acceptance. Last year was the denial. This year was the grief. And during CBA, they need to come to the acceptance stage to move forward. Appreciate the support. Like the video, comment, subscribe. Shout out to everybody. It's going to be a wild off season. A lot of pillow talk, a lot of snitching, and a lot of airing each other's dirty laundry. And I'll be here. See you later. Till next time. Take it easy.